Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. We're taking up another 6-star tech champion to rank 2. It feels like we just did this, which we did with Hulkbuster, but now it's time to do Guillotine as well. So with the Hulkbuster, we had the 6-star tech rank up gem, which was pretty nice. This time we don't have that luxury, so we actually have to use some catalysts. And so there's 3 main reasons why I'm doing this rank up, because I already have a 5-star Guillotine at rank 5. But I'm doing the 6-star for 3 main reasons. So reason number 1 is I love Guillotine. I honestly think she is the most well-balanced champion in the entire game. Like, if Thanos was the balance designer for this game, you know, oh my god, imagine what Thanos would do. Because there's no balance in this game. But I think if he found Guillotine, he'd hold the little knife thing that he gives Gamora, and it would just be perfectly balanced with Guillotine. I think she is like perfectly, like, she is a beyond god tier champion with crazy utility and damage output, but you have to play her correctly to get access to all of that. And I just think she's just extremely well balanced, and I think that's why some people sleep on her, because she is so not easy to obtain her insane crazy damage output, which is I think she has the highest damage output potential in the entire game. I think she does. Yeah, Proxima's is pretty good too, with her specials. If she could hit with her full potential, I think like a 6-star rank 3 600 Proxima, she might take the cake. But her and Guillotine definitely at the top of the DPS list for highest damage potential. Like infinitely scaling. But yeah, so we finally get her up to max level. There we go. Now we can go take her for a little spin in the Abyss. So yeah, that was reason number 1. I love Guillotine. Reason number 2 is for the incursions. I'm going to be using her for incursion tournaments. There's the super one that I lost in because we got pretty unlucky. We lost to the winners of the tournament, and then right now we're in the 4 Loki one, and we just had a run yesterday. I broke out the 6-star Guillotine. She did a really good job. She did a great job. And then the third reason is for Alliance War. And the reason the 6-star Guillotine is so much better than the 5-star is, for one, slightly increased stats, which I'm not worried about, but the adrenaline healing. Adrenaline is an amazing mechanic in this game that only 6-stars have access to, and I slept on this mechanic for a long time, mainly because I kept getting crappy 6-stars and I was salty about it, and so I was like, whatever, I don't need 6-stars. But after actually using 6-stars, my Captain Marvel at rank 3, I soon came to realize just how good adrenaline is. Like, it's an amazing mechanic. It can really save your life and just help you a lot with potions and stuff. You'll see, like, every time I parry, see how much damage we take. We take 73, and then just from adrenaline, we heal back 22. Like, that's great, man. That's great. You know, it just helps to lower that chip damage that you would take throughout fights. And the great thing is, heal block doesn't affect adrenaline. So, you know, you're heal blocked, your adrenaline still goes through, which is really cool. Yeah, so Guillotine for this fight, you know, we brought the rank 3 on the CCP beta against Iron Man Infinity War, and that fight went pretty good. You know, we got him down to 15%. We weren't quite able to get the solo. I think, like, I had the ability to get the solo damage output and charge wise, but just the execution on it and that last 15%, like, even playing perfectly, I feel like you would just time out with the charges with Fight Me Coward, because there aren't so many specials in that last 15%. It's really just hard to get in attacks. So, like, theoretically the solo is possible, but in execution, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see it happening. But Omega Red here is a different story. So, you know, I thought, I feel like the rank 3 6-star Guillotine could 100% solo this Omega Red. For sure. You should definitely do it. And here, you know, I was already in the quest. I used my rank 1 Guillotine to get here. Got the soul off thing, so we came into this fight with 100 hits. And yeah, I was like, I know the rank 3 can solo this, but can the rank 2 Guillotine solo an Abyss fight? And there's not really a better one than Omega Red, because, you know, class advantage, standard health pool, nothing crazy. So yeah, we're gonna see if she can do it. So using a little bit of a power drain right there. I love Guillotine's abilities, man. Sure, she just has so much. You know, she has access to so much. I really love it. And as you can see in this fight here, we go ahead and activate the lifesteal pre-fight. I think the lifesteal is really good in places like Labyrinth. I still think it's worth putting on for this Abyss fight here. You know, you have 2 pre-fights that you can use on every fight. One of them gives you critical on, I think it's like every 20 hits. I never use that one. One of them is power steal, which is really good, or power, I think it's power burn actually, on mediums. And then there's one for life steal on mediums, as long as you're over 100 hits in your combo meter. And you know, in a fight like this, I don't need the power burn. I could put it on and it would be nice, but I'd rather just have the armor up buff, because if you utilize both of your pre-fight abilities, both your persistent charges, you don't get that armor up buff. The armor up buff, it just helps to reduce blocking damage. So it's just gonna, in the end, just, you know, it's gonna lower the amount of damage, chip damage you take throughout the fight. And you know, if you're fighting like a Havoc or something, you definitely want that armor. So yeah, it's great. And you know, since my Guillotine's unawakened, had to throw a couple of heavy attacks at the start of the fight to get off those combo shield charges, which is great. Having a SIG 200 Guillotine is crazy. Just like knowing that you already have that safety net built in with the combo shield is really nice. But you know, I'm only ever really used to unawakened Guillotine, so that's kind of annoying. But as you can see at this point in the fight, we're nearing 300 hits, 200 actual hits in the fight that I've done. And we're starting to hit extremely hard. So each combo is doing about over 50,000 damage at this point. Take that in. Just a basic 5-hit combo is doing over 50,000 damage. That's insane, man. That damage output is insane, but you know, we had to work for it. So we only have 19 charges left, and I'm looking at this, trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. You know, I just don't think I have enough charges in the bank, and I've played this fight pretty perfect. I don't know if I've utilized every single one of my charges, but I've utilized most of them. Maybe like 1 or 2 fell off from a blocked hit or Fight Me Coward. But for the most part, I've been playing it pretty well with my charges. So I'm just trying to slowly build on my special 3, you know, hoping I can maybe get him down to the 5% and try. But yeah, I don't think it's going to work. We only have 3 hits left right here. Got him down to 22%, over a 300 hit combo now. And you can see each hit's dealing 12,000 damage per hit, just in the numbers in red, plus whatever it actually hits for. Looks like about 2,900. So yeah, parry, got in a couple of extra attacks. Gonna use this special 3, but it's just not enough. If there wasn't this hit cap, man, Guillotine would be so good for the Abyss. Like, the way she just exponentially scales is ridiculous. It makes her so good in Labyrinth of Legends. Like, so I did a Labyrinth path with her. I got all the way to Maestro. Not a single revive was used, and pretty much the end of every fight, I had a full yellow bar. Like, she's so good for Labyrinth. I think Aegon's better, but I think she's definitely number 2, which is great. So speaking of Labyrinth, we're gonna go over there and show some gameplay. So we got 236 hits on that Omega Red. I think you get 240, so maybe I missed 4. But as you can see, we got him down to 400,000 health. So we did about 2.2 million damage, which is pretty solid. You know, that's pretty solid. But now we got some Labyrinth gameplay where, you know, there's no hit cap, so Guillotine can really shine. So the first fight, you know, I wanted to try her against, well, I've used her to get to this point, but I wanted to try against Unstoppable Colossus, because, you know, like, doing this Labyrinth actually was like a big flashback or a throwback to like when I first did it back in the day, and like remember it, because like when I did Labyrinth, man, I did it way back in the day, before all these new fancy champions and fancy rank up materials came out. To put it into perspective, my first path of Labyrinth was with a 4-star Star-Lord. And like, it's funny because like that's actually interesting. I might as well tell a story, because these fights take a little bit of ramp up before they really get going. But just real quick, as you can see, in this fight I did use the power burn and the lifesteal, because, you know, I'm just going to push Unstoppable Colossus' power to 3 bars and then power burn it right away, which is nice. But the story of my first Labyrinth path is an interesting one, because it was really the turning point in my channel, I'd say. One of them. After that first Labyrinth path, I definitely started to get noticed, because doing it with a 4-star Starlord even back then was like pretty ballsy. And like the run went insanely well. Like I was playing really good with the 4-star Starlord, and Captain Bay was on call. His channel was bigger than mine at the time, but we were friends. And so yeah, he was on call, my commentator, and Seaton actually came in the stream, and it was like the first time that ever happened, and I was just like whoa, like Seaton's in my stream. Like at the time, I don't even think I had a face cam. It was a long time ago, and I had a terrible. I was using this mic, and the quality on it, there's a PC can plug in here, but yeah, the quality on this mic, I don't know, it was really bad for those videos. And yeah, it was interesting. And then after I completed the run with the 4-star Starlord, that was actually when I joined 4Loki. That's like what got me into 4Loki originally, because my prestige wasn't high enough, and I had been talking to Euthanitis, who was the leader at the time, trying to join, and he kept telling me no, sorry man, your prestige isn't high enough, all this stuff. And then literally the day after he saw my Labyrinth run, he's like, we can get you in. I was just like, awesome man, like it was really cool. So yeah, that kind of like was the first thing that kind of put me on the map doing Labyrinth. So I'll always be grateful for Labyrinth, and I'll just always cherish the time I had in here. It was a good time. But yeah, so that was my first Labyrinth path, and at the time, like this fight right here was pretty annoying. It was, especially with a 4-star Starlord, it was, none of the fights with that Starlord were soloable, except for the ambush that you get for the 1/6 stone, the Adaptoid guy. That's the only fight that was soloable with a 4-star Starlord. So yeah, as you see, it was just annoying, man, with unstoppable effects. So I figured it'd be pretty cool if I could solo it with Guillotine, and she's doing a phenomenal job so far. The power burn ability, the lifesteal to get some of the health back. So yeah, trying to turtle up a little bit more, maybe re-parry, just so he doesn't throw the specials, but he's still throwing them. But yeah, it's just cool to be able to come back to a fight that before used to cost you revives, and now you can do it in one go. But yeah, so that was my first Labyrinth path, all Starlord, 4-star Starlord. And then the second, third, fourth, well, the second path was with Stark Spidey, unduped at rank 4. And then the third, fourth, I think the third one was also with Stark Spidey unduped. Did I say Stealth Spidey? I meant Stark Spidey if I did. Rank 4 unduped. And then I eventually got Blade and had him at rank 4 unduped as well. And then I did like 3 Labyrinth paths in one weekend, which with unduped rank 4 characters, which back then took a while. It was a grind. But yeah, finished Labyrinth with rank 4 unduped champions. Good times. Like it's crazy to go back now and just be able to just run through a path with these new champions. And yeah, that's 200 hits on Unstoppable Colossus. He dead with Guillotine, man. He dead. We get to special 3, secure the soul, and we're good for the next fight. That's all you gotta do. Finish the fight with an L3, and you carry over 100 hits in your combo. Or even if you didn't have 100 hits, you just start the next fight with 100 hits. And the next fight here we had was Colossus. So Colossus is a beefy boy, 3.3 million health. So we're going to throw on the lifesteal pre-fight ability once again. I don't want any other ones. I just want to heal, because that Unstoppable Colossus fight was definitely the most damage that I had taken in a fight so far on this path with Guillotine. And as you can see, my team, I got Nick Fury and Quake for those evasion charges. So those evade charges paired with the combo shield is really nice. So if I slip up, I can just have a really good chance to evade and not lose my combo. And then if they do happen to hit me, then I have a combo shield to kind of protect me, because it really sucks losing your combo with Guillotine. That's terrible. Again, but that's why she's balanced. You can't afford to lose your combo, but it does happen. It certainly does happen sometimes. But yeah, I got some nice spacing here on his L1s. and I'm able to get those combo shields to 4. The really annoying thing about this Colossus is he's got the new animation, so he doesn't have the new abilities, but he does have the new animation. So that L1, you know, he goes, he takes up a lot of the screen, whereas the old Colossus L1, maybe you guys weren't around for it, but it was just like a little body dive, like, and he went like a foot forward, super easy to evade. It's, I think Unstoppable Colossus still has it, so his special one, that's what Colossus here used to have, and it was just so easy to evade because it's like a second, boom, dash back and go back in, you know. It was great. But now this one in Labyrinth got the stupid new one, takes up a ton of the screen, which is annoying. Yeah, I actually like the old one. It was cool. It's like lobbing your entire metal body at the opponent. I don't know, it just looked kind of funny. But yeah, I could be using special 2s. But I do have recoil on at this point. Sometimes I would use a special 2. Right there he evaded, which was close, but then I evaded. So right there, that's where the evasion charges can really save you. Oh man, this is great. The Nick Fury synergy is so great. And I don't know if you guys saw my team or not, but I was also running Ghost with Hood. So only Hood, no Wasp, and you might be thinking, what? Ghost without Wasp in Labyrinth? And yeah, so I actually took on War Machine and Magic with Ghost without Wasp. And yeah, so if you guys want to see that video, you know, let me know. Definitely keen to upload that one because, you know, again, back in the day when I was doing Labyrinth, War Machine and Magic were 2 of the biggest revive / potion-y fights, you know, on the easy path. Especially Magic way back then, because like there were not many magic counters back in the day. And then the first time I did Labyrinth, you know, not the first time I did it with Blade, I brought him for Magic specifically because, you know, Blade is great against Magic, and it wasn't working. Like Magic wasn't tagged as the dimensional being or whatever, so Blade in Labyrinth, so Blade wasn't getting the danger sense against her. So that fight sucked. My first time doing it, it was bugged. I still remember, I think that was like the first ever forum post that I made, telling them to fix that interaction. I think that was the first one. I've still only ever made like 4, I think. Don't post much on the forums. But yeah, oh man, that's such a throwback. It's crazy how long ago that is now. But as you can see, this Colossus is a chunky boy, man. We're 143 hits deep, only took off 25%, but you know, we're starting to ramp up. Now this is cool because this is a fight that I'm going to see the most ramp up on Guillotine so far on this path of Labyrinth. You know, pretty much by the 300 hit mark, everything was dead. You know, that was when I was finishing fights. But not this fight, so we get to see some bigger and better damage numbers. Let's see what they're at by the end. They get pretty big. This Colossus, man, thinks he's Spider-Man, evading like crazy. The evade in Labyrinth, man, I don't even know. It's crazy. Yeah, and like, oh, it was so annoying. When I was using Ghost, Magic was evading like crazy, and Ghost is supposed to stop evade, but Labyrinth evade. I don't know. I still remember someone commented recently saying that the Labyrinth evade is working how it's supposed to. Apparently, Kabam Mike said that, but that's just. I feel like they're just lazy. I feel like they're just too lazy to go back and fix it, because Labyrinth evade was always bugged. Things that were supposed to stop the evade weren't stopping the evade, and Labyrinth was never classed. It never specifically said it was some other kind of evade. It's just a normal evade. So anything that counters evade should also counter Labyrinth evade, and I feel like they're just too lazy to go back and fix the bug. You know, the bug's been there forever. And I feel like they're just not going to change it. But they should, because, you know, when Sabretooth gets a synergy, and he's been bugged for a year and a half, oh, we got to fix it. We got to change it. You know, like when it becomes convenient to them, they got to change it. But Labyrinth has been, that evade is extremely inconvenient to everyone. But you're not going to fix it? Really? So, yeah, I don't know. This is very silly, I think, the way the current Labyrinth evade works. Because apparently, like, True Strike can counter it, but like nothing else can? Like, why? What? All of these abilities counter evade. They should all function to counter the evade. Like, I don't know. It just does not make sense to me. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. Maybe it's working the way it's supposed to. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not buying that. But yeah, as you can see, like slowly throughout this fight, we've just been healing up. You know, just baiting L1s, parrying here and there with our armor up buff. The parries aren't too big. We're at 97% health now, and these fights are going really good, you know. At this point, we're hitting for 14,000 damage on every hit. That's crazy. What is that? Like, almost... Wow, that's so much damage, man. That's like 40... That's like, what, like 60,000 damage in a combo, almost? Something like that. That's nuts, dude. That is just nuts. 60,000 damage combos. Just think about how much damage that is. Like, imagine if you could start the fight with Guillotine at like 200 hits. That'd be insane. But then she wouldn't be as balanced as she is right now. Oh yeah, I think the other reason why I wasn't throwing special attacks was because Colossus's Labyrinth ability, his enigmatic ability, that's what they're called, is if you throw a special attack and he blocks it, you see when he blocks, he has that little blue icon. I'm pretty sure he reflects the special attack damage on you. So yeah, and what could happen is he can evade as you like throw the special, and then you hit his block and then you die. That's definitely happened to me on past runs. But as you can see here, over 400 hits now. So this fight took about an extra 100 hits than all the rest, and we're still at that clean looking full yellow bar. Great fight. It was the most hits I've ever gotten with my 6-star guillotine, but it went really well. And yeah, that's all the gameplay that I got for you guys today. I do have another video against X23 where I try to just get the highest combo possible that I can get, and I get above 500. And oh my god, like, if you think those combos are big, wait till you see the combos in the X23 fights. If you guys want to see that one, you know, drop a like, let me know. If you guys are enjoying the guillotine gameplay, if not, you know, again, also let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. I always try to listen and read the comments because I want to make videos that you guys like. So yeah, that's gonna do it. If you guys enjoyed, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and peace out.